Well now, I'd say the timing is quite right, because here today, it is October 20th of 2020, and what I got today is, simply put, a pretty big summarization of what I simply have to say about everything that's gone down between August 1st and today. I will say for sure that 2 days ago, I pretty much took down a huge army of Dark Phantoms. And of course, today I pretty much just want to follow up on a few other things that I pretty much have said. Not to mention, today is the day. This is Nerf Secrets Revealed Aftersought. A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and now for today, this is pretty much a time where I could say, I'm back, at it again. Even though the original series has been off for quite some time now, I could say that nearly 3 months later, I'm saying that I'm pretty much enjoying myself for the time I've pretty much had off. But now is the time where I come back to talk about various blasters in my collection. A lot of people have been requesting me to do some reviews based on blasters and the like, and so now's the time where I simply go ahead and get that part done. So now, which blaster do I pick for the first part? The Rivals Mercury. And, simply put, now it's pretty much complete. So what can I say first of all about the Rivals Mercury? Well, it is an edge blaster, so of course you'd probably expect to see the trademark highlighter green sort of color on it. And I will say first of all, this blaster is pretty darn amazing, because first of all, it fires itself HIR rounds with ease. And then of course, this blaster itself, I can pretty much get some quick fire put into it, and reloading is just as easy. Of course, it works in the same way as the Rival Jupiter, in which that it's an inline clip that starts off from the top, and of course there is a transparent compartment down below that can show you how many rounds you have loaded in. But of course, let's do some real testing around here, because after all, you may not be able to see them, but there have been times to where I've been using invisibullets. And the reason for that is simply because I just simply want to give out a little test to ensure that I'm pretty much going to meet the highest standards of people who intend to use illegally modded ammo. And of course, there's really a lot more to it. The ergonomics of this blaster are pretty darn good for what they are. But of course, in terms of, well, the triggers, the look on it, it can be a little bit hard to sometimes twirl it around. Now, I kind of make it look easy, but trust me, that's only because I'm trying to put in as much effort as I can for it. So, in general, it does have itself a bit of a problem when it comes to trying to twirl this blaster. Of course, with most other pistol or handgun related blasters in the lineup that I've found so far, there are a lot of alternatives that seem to do a lot better than this one here. This one's just a little top heavy, so it kind of does make sense that it won't twirl perfectly, but it does all right at it. Then of course, you have yourself a tactical rail on top, which can only be compatible with Rivals based accessories, including the Rivals tactical flashlight and the grip, as well as the red dot sight. Neither of which I own at the moment, so that's pretty much it there. And then of course there's also the jamming switch over here, in which that If you have yourself a jamming problem, you can simply just put it upward. It's kind of a little difficult because of, well, my fingers tend to get hurt after using it. And of course, you're able to prime it again if a round gets jammed or anything like that. Now, in terms of jamming, I've not had a single problem with it whatsoever in terms of jamming, but of course, if you probably haven't noticed already, then, well, check this out. There are a few blasters out there that do have this feature, but you simply can thread counterclockwise to remove the bolt action on it. And of course, it's actually compatible on the other side too, so there's that. But one more thing though, I should probably say that I tend to put the bolt inside of the muzzle here, like that, just so I can pretty much have it for easy access in later times. And then of course I simply just thrust it down to release it, and then I just simply thread it back on. So, in conclusion, that's pretty much all I got to say about the Mercury itself. It is a pretty good pistol for what it is, being that it can hold more than 5 rounds in its magazine, which is an inline clip in general, compared to some other blasters out there. And there are in fact a lot of other blasters that utilize this inline clip technology, especially ones from more recent times. Its bolt action is pretty smooth, its ergonomics are pretty superb for what they are in general, and its aesthetics are pretty amazing to look at. Its highlighter, orange, red, and black combo is one of a kind. Though of course, the Mercury itself is not the only edge blaster around. I will talk more about some of its others in its own brethren later on. But until then, I'm Jay Nowak, and this has been NSR Aftersought. I'll be back tomorrow with another talk on a different blaster.